What does it really mean to forgive and forget? We're going to talk about this tonight. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California. It's November 23, 2020. It is Monday night, guys. Welcome back. Tonight, I got a very special episode for you. We're going to unpack forgiveness and what this means. Forgiveness, a lot of times we think forgiveness is about others, forgiving others for something they did to us, a wrong that we want to make right, or a wrong that we want an apology for, or a wrong that we want to be forgiven for, or we forgive for something that we did. And there's a book I want to introduce to you in future episodes. It's called A Course in Miracles. A Course in Miracles. It's over 1,000 pages. I don't know if it's like 1,500 pages in total, all the books. But it's an incredible book. It was channeled by this university, this PhD in a university setting. And when she was going at it with a colleague, and they both came to the conclusion there must be another way. And this is when she channeled that divinity, that higher self, Christ in us, and wrote A Course in Miracles. I'll talk more about that, but the Course in Miracles talks about forgiveness. And I just want to touch on it. What the Course in Miracles says is forgiveness is about forgiving yourself and others for what you didn't do and never did. The idea is that it's impossible to forgive for something that we've never done. We look past errors, we look past sin, and knowing that we're all connected, and no one can the idea is if we're all one, how can someone actually possibly harm you? How can someone actually hurt God? And this is the idea. But let me talk a little bit more about it. Let's unpack it, right? Because it's a heavy concept, it's a big concept. Let's see if I can shed some light. I brought back the whiteboard. Hopefully there's not too much glare tonight. I tried to make it glare-less, but I will have as I told you, I did order a flip chart with paper to make it a little bit better, but I think I got a position that we can see it. Here's the idea, guys. When we're unforgiving, we're making judgments about ourselves, about others. That keeps us in the past. That keeps us in a fear-based mode. That keeps us in condemnation. And it creates a future of resentment, and it keeps us in fear and ends up inevitably in regret. So if you don't forgive, you condemn. And if you condemn, you're judging. And if you judge, you're judging from fear. You're creating a future of resentment and eventually of regret. And you stay in fear. That's not a great road to be on, guys. Okay? So what's the idea? And where does this lead to? It leads to this self-made imprison. You're not behind bars necessarily, but you might as well be. Because if you don't forgive, you're not hurting the other person, you're hurting yourself. Forgiveness is love. Forgiveness helps you. Forgiveness is about you. It's not about others. Forgive yourself. Forgive others for things they didn't do. Remember, we're all one. How is it even possible to hurt God? The other idea, when you forgive, forgiveness is about being in the present. When you're in the present moment, you can't condemn, you can't resent, you can't live in fear because you're fully present with that divinity. So when you forgive, you're in love. And you create a future of unlimited possibilities. Not resentment, not imprisonment. All this leads to freedom. Forgiveness is a powerful concept, guys. And the idea is when you hold on to that, when you hold on to resentment, when you don't forgive, because forgiving is about forgetting. It's about Forgetting means it was nothing ever, no harm was ever done for you. This is what A Course in Miracles states, right? It's impossible when you're in a state of love to condemn, to resent, to regret. Imagine carrying those around with you. Yeah, that's a big load that you're carrying, right? Once you release this and understand that when you forgive, it's about you. It's not about the others or a wrong that someone did to you. It keeps you in the present. And when you're in the present, you create a future of unlimitedness. Incredible unlimitedness. Anything's possible. And it's all about being in love. Again, all of this is about what we all want. It was freedom, right? Freedom, free choice, an intention to create our own reality. That's what freedom is. When you're unforgiving, you're keeping yourself in a past. You're keeping yourself in those lower level emotions. Remember we talked about those elevated emotions as love and forgiveness and gratitude. Those lower level emotions is condemnation and resentment. So God never forgives because God never saw the sin, right? God doesn't forgive because God sees you as we see God, as perfect and holy, and he sees that in divinity. We make up all the other stuff. We carry all this other stuff around. All of this condemnation, resentment, and fear, this is created by us. This is not our natural state. So guys, forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others. You're going to be stuck in the past if you condemn, if you judge and resent. That's it. You are guaranteed a future of resentment. This is a good time to talk about it, right? We talked about A Christmas Carol where he's visited by 3 ghosts, and it shows what his future may look like, right? And you don't want a future of fear and resentment because when you're not forgiving, you're living in the past. Yeah, you're not even in the present. You're not in the present moment of love. You're in the past. You're holding yourself in the past. When you condemn, you're holding yourself in the past. You're cutting yourself off from the unlimitedness that you are. You're cutting yourself off from that divinity. And you're creating a future of resentment, regret. That's pretty depressing, guys. So don't hold on to this stuff any longer. Stop judging. How are we? The whole idea of forgiveness in the Course in Miracles, which we'll talk about, is that with our limited perception, in our ego form, in our physicality, our perception's limited. It's based on beliefs that we've held on to our whole lives. And we don't have the bigger picture. We don't have that broader perspective, that God perspective, right? We don't have that picture of all there is, was, or ever be, right? I think I talked about this. I either talked about this in previous videos or went on an interview. But Roger Ebert, that writer that used to do the 2 thumbs up, Siskel and Ebert on movies, when he was dying, I think I told you this story, he wrote to his wife that he said, because he couldn't talk, and while he was passing to the other side, while he was passing through that veil, he was writing down that, honey, it's all a sham. I see it all. I see the past, present, and future. It's all, what we're living is a sham. It's just about love. Oh my God, I'm getting, ooh. Guys, I just got goosebumps just saying that. That's amazing. And, this stuff's amazing. Don't imprison yourself. That's a self-imprisonment. Living in the past, you imprison yourself and you create a doomed future of resentment and fear. When you judge, how can we possibly judge anybody, including ourselves? We don't have the broader perspective. The broader perspective is that divinity. The broader perspective is that higher, wiser, more loving you. The broader perspective is that God view. We can't possibly judge what's good and bad, right and wrong from this level. This whole idea of duality is what we live in, but we can't possibly make those judgments from this tiny perception that we have from our point of view. So what's the solution? Don't judge. Except let people be as they are and you be as you be. Yes? And then you don't have to judge. You don't have to create a future of resentment and fear. You don't have to be stuck in fear and condemnation and then imprison yourself. Freedom is what it's about. Living in the present moment, we live in forgiveness, we live in love, we create a future of unlimited possibilities, and we free ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. That's what I want to talk about tonight. That's my message. I think it's perfect for this week of Thanksgiving, but I think it's a perfect lesson every day. I'll talk more about the Course in Miracles. I will show you the book in our next video. But that's it for tonight. I'll let you get back to your Monday night. This is Tom Karen with Be Something Wonderful in the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you become a better version of yourself and level up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, guys. You'll see a little cartoon of me with a headphone. Press that, you can subscribe, or you can subscribe anytime through the video. Press the notification button to be notified of future videos. And guys, until next time, this is Tom Karen with Be Something Wonderful Studio in San Diego, California, November 22, 2020. See you tomorrow.